Great Friday, everyone, and welcome, Alex. Yesterday was I think it was a great show yesterday at the nightcap. I loved you guys. Not only performance but also show. I think the funniest costume was trade flies. But I don't know. I also loved how you translated for the, what was it, the mute guy. I don't know what costume was it. I cannot hear you. Maybe you're are you muted? Yeah, absolutely. So guys, hey Buck, how are you doing, my friend? How are you? We also have Perminter 18, Tyler, Buck, just a call me AI, yeah, what's up? Alien, Crypto Ben, hey, what's up, brother? Scada Dave, what's up, Scada? Long time no seen. And TBB003, what's up, my friend? Still no audio. Maybe your output or your input might be switched. Maybe. Guys, is it just me or we don't have input from Alex? I also don't see the green square around your camera. Not for me. Did I mute you? Let me see. I don't think so. No, he's not muted. Hey guys, did we had audio from Alex or was it just me? Thank you for that, CryptoBen.
Check, check, check.
Now we got you. What's up, brother?
Nice.
It's been duplicated.
That was lots of
Maybe.
fun yesterday.
Oh yes. Oh man, today I need such a big coffee. Oh.
Me too.
Oh, yesterday
Me
my
too, man.
yeah, my fiance wasn't feeling that good. So, like I also stayed up late with her, just taking care of her and stuff. It was a little bit of a rough night, but all good, all good. She's feeling way better today in the morning. And it's time to start bidding up the market. That's what I tell her. Whenever I'm mad, I take it out in the market. And she tells me, why do you have to be so aggressive? Choose one, market or you, right? No, I'm just kidding. Of course, never, never her. Oh man, if she would have been here, she would have laughed
I
at
hope she
me.
feels better.
Thank you, my friend. Yeah, she
I'm
does. I just
still sick,
called her.
so we'll figure it out.
What? Oh, yeah. Uh, Doubled audio coming from you, but for me it's okay. It doesn't bothers me at all.
You can. You got double audio coming from me now?
Yep. Like if you were rerouting from your software, by any chance, are you using Wavelink?
No, just regular microphone setting. That's weird.
Oh, yeah. Now I can.
Even testing it says I'm coming through properly.
Oh, all right. So
Weird.
maybe
Discord's interesting.
to say the least, my friend. Yeah, I know.
Oh well.
Oh well, yeah. That's
So,
all
are you
right.
going along or what? You taking it out on the market or you just chilling?
No, I am long. I'm long. Let me tell you which one. I don't. Let me. Where's my cell phone? Here it is. Let me. Oh, not this one. Perfect. I'm long on Nvidia. I'm long on Mana, and TRX. So let me take a
Wow.
look at. Yeah.
Full degen.
A little bit. I'm counting with a retest at this point, so maybe I made it happen. I don't know. Sorry, maybe I have a good return in here. Let me start sharing my screen. Let me show you what I got. And I guess you're long, right?
No,
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 No?
no. I
no. I
stayed
stayed
out
out
of
of
it
it
this
this
morning,
morning,
so
so
I
I
am
am
in
in
no trade.
no trade.
I'm
I'm
looking
looking
to get long.
Oh, nice. So I have a couple of entries here played out for me. Not all of them played out exactly as I was expecting, but the ones that I thought that we had, the most value, I did call them. So, for example, I was expecting this one to have a bounce on this trend line. It did perfectly. I did not enter right on the candle. Why? Because I was waiting for flip of the ribbon. I see the candle opening up in green. So, despite I don't have a full confirmed flip of the ribbon, I actually came in right now. Well, right after the Piper Academy show, the morning market report. I enter, I open up a long in here, and basically I'm along at this point on TRX. I'm not expecting this to be such a great long. I am expecting a little bit more downside, but I'm expecting to start forming a lower high like in here. So that's what I mark these areas in here. So maybe we can go higher here and bounce from it, right? Let me also just start getting rid of a little bit of that spaghetti. There we go. That's a little bit more of what I'm expecting. My next possible entry is going to be all the way down here at 0.164. That's because, again, I do expect a little bit more downside, but I want to squeeze a little bit of that out of the market if I'm able to. At the end, I think that I'm still within a little bit of a threshold, let's just say. If I start seeing piercing through here, I'll be calling out that long. Let me give you another example that I did enter on. DJT, I did not. Yeah, but we're getting close to it. Like DJT, I might be giving a signal today as we see maybe a flip of the ribbon. We're going, I will say, maybe throughout this upcoming 4 hours, I would say. Mana, perfect. Yeah, I did enter on Mana. But my entry is, it's right here, the candle close. As soon as I saw flip of the ribbon, I did wait for confirmation. I was expecting a little bit of, oh, no, do not move that, come on. All right, I was expecting a little bit of an early entry right here to downshoot or overshoot out of this trend line. But guys, let me bring this up. This is why this is important multi-time frame confirmation or multi-time frame analysis. Let's just look back, right? In this point, we can see that we have a huge range, right? What had happened here? Double bottom, right? What had happened here? Double bottom, right? And that usually happens after a big movement to the downside. Dead cat bounce. What is not a dead cat bounce, right? Double bottom, and then off we go, right? Coming back down. Let's just call it dead cat bounce or double bottom, and then off we go. Coming back down, kind of like the same deal right here, right? And then double bottom, and guess I'm longing it. So this also led me to understand that I could be hitting that support. And did I hit that support? I would say I pretty much hit it. Despite it did not cross it, that was so close. And if we go to the 4 hours, that's where we can see my entry point, which is, look at that, very close to this area, having absorption zone. This is an absorption zone, right? Or absorption wick. I have an absorption wick in here. I confirm having a flip of the ribbon. You will see that I have two candle confirmation here, or latency. We can even call it latency because I was waiting to see the flip of the ribbon, right? It is not as sharp as I would love it to. That's why, as always, I'm using a stop loss, right? And then at the candle close, long position right here, candle close. My stop loss is at the lowest point, and then giving a wiggle room just to be just below this trend line, right? In fact, I might be because I mean I don't want to push it all lower here because I'm pretty close to my limit. I mean, if I keep pushing it lower, well, I can still pull it low before reaching one. I might consider just having a little bit more wiggle room, but my TP number one is gonna be this trend line here. So if my TP one is here, it makes no sense for me to start pushing lower my risk reward. In fact, I think I should have entered a little bit lower because I assure you that this is above one. This is 1 point something. I don't have my broker. Well, I have it on my phone. Nonetheless, I don't have it right here. So I cannot give you the exact number at this moment. But this is basically my entry. I was also talking about, like, if you feel like you missed it, don't worry. What I will be looking for, it is a pierce through the zero line here, right? So if we're doing the same thing that we're doing here, we are right here. So pierce through the zero line, or maybe teasing to, and then when we start breaking through the zero line, we're gonna be having the next movement to the upside. So in case this low never happens, I'm gonna be going for dynamic reactor retracement, right? And then off we go. So those are the two possibilities. Once again, double bottom, or even we still don't have this trend line, but if I kind of like I copy it, pretty close, pretty close. So somewhere around these lines to bounce from, right? And then your next possible entry. So I see that's what I'm going to be taking profits here, and then moving my stop to entry as soon as possible. Is it too small for a 4-hour time frame? It is. It is. But if it takes me out, I'll just gonna try to re-enter here as I see maybe another kind of like a double bottom here as a flip of the ribbon like this, right? Or like this. So that is my plan. If I get stopped out, that's fine. I mean, at the end of it all, my stop loss, it is lower. There we go, of my bouncing point. So I am trusting on the possibility or the chances to be on my side, right? Once again, that's why we set stop losses. If I get stopped out, well, I'll just have to work harder to get it back on, right? Let me go really quick before I throw it back to you. I want to go to Bitcoin because Bitcoin has seen a couple of things, and I wanted to talk about it with you. Yesterday, I was talking about, well, 2 days ago, beginning of the week, I was talking about, I was expecting a little range in here. That's why I draw this blue box, right? We did had it right here. I think it was on the 15 or the 5 minutes. I don't quite remember. You traded. I don't exactly remember which one. But you traded. Oh, come on. Sorry, my bad there. Too many Control Z's. And then what happens is that I was expecting to get maybe a lower high or something like that and break back down for a possible sweep of the lows, right? Something like in here, something like we did saw a couple of other like movements before keep moving upwards, right? So sweep of the lows. I was expecting, since this we have a little pause in here, and then we have the range that I was expecting down here, but up here I was expecting the blue box to act as a resistance or as a support. But remember, guys, that I was, and this is why I have my arrow here, that the only way that I would be entering for a long would have been a FOR up there, or an FOR right here, right down here. So for me, we already have the FOR in here, but my entry point was a little bit drifted. So first entry point was, let me show you, was basically 4 hours ago in here. And very important, I had my order blocks turned off. I never saw this order block. Look at how beautiful that entry would be if I would have seen that order block on time. I had it turned off. I don't know why, but I just had it turned off. And then at this point, am I thinking of longing? No, not at all, especially since I already have a big retracement at this point. I'm expecting for the price of Bitcoin to close high, and then you see this line. Well, then let me just borrow this head and shoulders lines that I have here, right? And maybe adjust it. So as you can see, I am expecting, remember what happened here, right? I'm expecting to do the same thing here. So maybe a lower high or at least a double top for then a retracement. That's why on Bitcoin, I'm not planning too long, but because altcoins are a little bit more reactive, that's what I'm trying to squeeze that little more just out of the FOMO that I'm going to be seeing on Bitcoin. That is my plan. On Bitcoin, I'm chilling out at this point. I already have closed that position it was kind of like less than 1% profits, which is fine. And then I'm going to be looking for a possible reentry. My reentry is going to be a short here because I have an inverted goose head. Let's see what happens usually in a normal goose head. Further movement for then a retracement. Inverted goose head will be what? Further movement for then a retracement. So that's the pattern that I'm looking for. Kind of like a symmetrical triangle at this point. But that's what I got. Let me see your opinion here, Alex. What do you have under your sleeve?
Ooh, magical trading powers. That's what I have.
Nice.
Happy Friday, everybody. Hope you're having a wonderful day. I'm starting to feel a little bit better. So, this is what I'm looking for this morning. We'll see if we get it. Lots of confluence. Lots of confluence. Coming into this area right now might take a little stab at this one. So we got a golden pocket here. We have a loud order block in here. We have a Alexo Crypto key level of support right in here. Okay. So this is looking a little bit juicy this morning. We'll see if it does come down and play out. Looking to get long in here. As you can see, dynamic reactors coming up too, which will act as pretty much a stop loss. Okay. And we do have an aggressive uptrend here ever since the jobs data. So we'll see if we do get that sweep of the lows. We want to see that swing failure pattern that we always talk about, right? Swing failure pattern and out. That's kind of what we're looking for this continuation here. We'll see if we get it. You know, everybody's getting long here this morning, right? I was in the live stream this morning, and we got the data, right? On unemployment in here. You have a rising channel, which typically breaks to the downside. Okay. Nonetheless, we are in a nice bullish divergence off the bottom here. Okay. And yesterday, rolls over, chops everyone up, then rolls over again, creates a nice bull div over the sleeping time. Okay. Now everybody's wanting to FOMO in. Everybody who's FOMO'd in here is now getting wrecked because they haven't taken profits. And we are looking to take advantage of this bounce. Okay, so looking for this thing for a continuation. Okay, nice little order block in here. We'll see if we get it. And just protecting myself below here. It is Friday, so not going heavy on this position size. Probably go half a position size here, giving myself a little bit more wiggle room on this one. Just looking for this to play out. Also, because I'm sick, sometimes we want to make good decisions, right? And when you're sick, sometimes you're a little bit cloudy in your head and you don't think straight. So for me right now, it's just being level-headed, right? Trying to be as reasonable as possible. So looking to enter this now. We'll see if we do get the bounce out of here and up. If not, we have our stop down below here around 70,100. Okay. Long term, what are we looking at? So let's look at that and zoom out a bit here. Okay. I am in that trade now, half a position size. Just going through here. And look at that. Nice little bounce. Let's see if it does continue. Continue, baby. Let's go. I see all you guys FOMOing in. Be careful. I see you. I see you. Don't be a degen. Oh, I see you guys. I see you. I have to let my Discord know that I've entered. 1 second, because it's important for me.
Absolutely.
And then we'll go over the top down, okay? So, looking at this, what do we got? We got a beautiful retest. What did we say yesterday, OC? We said we're coming back to the highs, did we not?
Yes, absolutely. That was a
What did we
cold
do, bro?
going back to the highs.
you can't you can't write it any better. I don't know. I don't know. But we came back to the highs. Like we said yesterday. And then now we're looking for a continuation out. So what do we have here really? Like we have I believe we didn't get down to the golden pocket. You could have gone from this low here and up to here and you could have said, "Hey, we came to the 0.5." For me, I would always want to go to the impulse move. So it would be this low here. And we just bro, they just missed it for golden pocket bounce here. Okay? Which is kind of funny. But if you were here, you knew that we were looking for a retest of the highs, okay? Always retest the highs is always on the table, right? So if I go to my areas that I give you guys every day, there it is, the buy level, the golden pocket level, okay? So right now, what's Bitcoin doing? We have, I guess you would say, bullish momentum, okay? What has happened, we've come back for a big fair value gap in here. So even if we go on a 2 hour, we're coming back for liquidity right now. So we have hit the golden pocket on the way down. Okay. We have hit this now. So this is an area of resistance. Okay. But we have bullish momentum, right? Because our macro is still in an uptrend. Okay. So whether this plays or not, this long from here, that's questionable. The thing with the long here, and I will attest to this, is that we typically are looking for something like this, especially with an aggressive move out. However, the market does look bullish right now, and you can see momentum's coming in here. You got greed money flow, okay? You got dynamic reactor as massive support. Look at that on the 2 hour. So good. So good. So you can see price pushing up here. And really, this is all rounded, right? This is all rounded. This is all suggesting lots of liquidity created here, trapping either longs and then wrecking them, right? And now we've trapped a lot of longs as well going this way, right? So a lot of like ugly kind of manipulation in the markets right now. So it's best to be in and out of your trades pretty quickly and paying yourselves. One thing to note is that if we're looking at this weekly candle, we got a lot more room to the upside, okay? This is a nice push out, but for me, I would really like to see closing above these closes here on the weekly, and that would bring us to around 71,500. Now, we also had a monthly candle that came in, okay, for Pumptober, and it did take a while. We won't lie. We were getting pretty upset down here. I remember everybody, we needed to hand out some tissues down here because they were like, "We're getting rugged. We're going to zero." Do you guys remember like 30 days ago? We were at 59,000, and everybody yesterday was crying because we went back to 69,000. Like, crypto's funny, man. Like FOMO in at the top, right? So I mean, you get a little scare, and everybody's. Do you guys remember this? Like, it happened so quickly, right? So, I mean, any quick move can really pucker people. But we didn't get the close above these highs here, right around 71,500, okay? So for me, we need a candle close, in my opinion, above here on a more of a macro scale. I will look for these candle closes in here to be like a very key level to close above for this next month, okay? Pump Vember. I don't know. We'll see. Donald will get in. We'll pump to the moon, and we'll all be making lots of money to the upside. Okay, that's the plan. That's the plan. We'll see if it plans out or pans out. So that's just a more of a macro look. What we can see though is that the S&P has recovered today. The Russell is recovering. Okay, I don't know what to call this. This looks like a ball sack. I'm sorry, but I'm not trying to be rude. But this is a cup and handle, maybe. I don't know, but this is funny how it's like, I don't know. It's a weird pattern here on this, but nonetheless recovered, right? So continuing to push, right? Nasdaq here, continuing to push. Okay, nice big roller coaster down. Okay, big roller coaster down. Watch out, his Doberman's gonna eat you, bro. Be careful. I can hear the dog. Roar. Snoop
Sorry, I
Dogg,
thought
right?
it was noise canceled. Oh, sorry about that.
What is your dog's name? Cojones?
No, it's his name is Onka. Hey, Onka, arriba.
Unka.
Ven, arriba. Here it is. Hey, what's up, buddy? How are you?
Hey,
Hey.
look at him. He's beautiful.
Thank you. Love him.
The influencers on YouTube are hilarious at times. The ball sack pattern. Oh fuck. I mean, you gotta have fun, man. I don't trade patterns so I can make fun of patterns, right? I mean, the only valid pattern, in my opinion, is momentum and a head and shoulders. That's it. For me, and it's gotta be clean. It's gotta be clean, okay? Uh right? And you can see what is this right now on Bitcoin on the daily? Is this a head and shoulders? Not really. It's got to be clean, right? You can see it kind of here, right? If this is it. You could also see it here if this is it. Okay. However, right now, we got nice momentum coming up through here. Whoop, whoop. Okay, look at this. Nice momentum holding this trend, pushing us up. We'll see if it can continue, right? Up and to the right. It doesn't mean we can't come back into here and then continue. Okay. This is a daily. Looking at this as well, you can see a little bit overextended reversal signal, right? But money is ramping up, okay? Money is ramping up. We haven't seen much clipping yet on our Mag 7, so looking good. We'll see if it can continue to push, okay? Nice retest. Let's see if this long plays out. It's not really wanting to push. What do I mean about tracking momentum? It's perfect example right here. So the safe way of trading this would be taking this trend line down like this, the breakout retest OC style, what that would be the safe way, not trying to catch wicks. Okay. And understanding where liquidity is, right? You turn on your tools here, you can see we're in a very high order block. That doesn't mean we can't come lower. Okay. Doesn't mean we don't roll over a little bit right now and then bounce. Okay. That's why we use a good stop loss and we give ourselves some wiggle room. Okay. That's going to be key. But right now, we've come up golden pocket rejection on a macro, pushing down. Do we come back and continue, or do we break out and continue up? Okay. Right now, we understand that this has to be key support. Where are we wrong? If we lose these lows, that's where we're wrong. And that's as simple as I can keep it when trying to trade something like this. And yeah, it's coming against us a little bit right now. We'll see how it pans out. We'll also be watching these lows in here. If you want to really pick apart price action, you can be watching this low in here. Okay, that's another one that's an area of interest. But for now, I'm in the trade looking for this to bounce up and looking for some continuation. We'll see if we get it. If we're really trying to get degen here, we can look at this. We can look for a bullish divergence coming in here at this low, something like this coming in here, and a continuation out. Look at the momentum. Wow, that's aggressive. That's aggressive, OC. Maybe I might get knocked out of this trade. My
Oh,
God.
man.
Coming back for everybody this morning. That's pretty wild.
Let's
coming
see
for this low. There it is. My stop is at 70,200. We'll see if we do hold. Interesting.
Oh, I did not
Interesting,
took.
interesting,
Yeah,
interesting.
I did not took any profits in Mana. We'll see how that plays out. Ooh, a little bit earlier than we were expecting, but that's fine.
Little bit of a rollover. We'll see.
Oh
We'll
yeah,
see.
we'll
Coming
see.
back. We'll see if we bounce. We do have a high order block down here. Maybe this was the trade in here. Okay, sometimes you can be early to the punch, right? Remember what I said too is that the easy trade is the continuation, right? It's that breakout continuation. You are still putting in lower highs all the way through here, right? So you're typically looking for that to be broken. Okay, you can see the momentum shift here. As soon as you get a high like that, that's your momentum, and you're looking for this to bounce and continue, right? Right now, a little bit of a bounce. We'll see if we do continue. Mitigating this low here, right? So this could mean a more of a more downtrend. This is my significant low though when trading this, okay? So just trying to stay level headed. That's why we use good, like I said, half a position size, so we have a lot more wiggle room and looking for this thing to bounce out of here. We'll see if we get it today. And that's kind of what I'm looking at. But overall the market pretty flat and choppy. It's going to chop people up, wrecking the bulls and the bears. Okay, so it's important to give yourself some more playroom here and look for this thing to continue to play to the upside. It's just not going to make it easy to get long. This morning there was no clear signals to get long. Now we're looking for this thing to come back and bounce. We'll see if we get it. Okay? But at the end of the day, we've protected our risk and we'll see if it does play.
Perfect. Oh, so let's see. I think at this point, I was looking at a couple of other things. Let me start sharing my screen really quick because I was a little bit investigating what's happening. It seems to be isolated in the crypto space in here. Because I do have an open order or open, there we go, alert. In fact, I did enter here on NVIDIA, crossing NVIDIA on the daily, looking good. And if we go to the 4 hour, let's go to 4 hour, come on. There we go. As you can see, that was my entry. Boom shakalaka. I actually caught it very, very nicely right there. It doesn't have the retracement. The retracement that we're seeing is nothing at this point. In fact, we're just opening this candle and it seems like it's just sitting there, right? It's not moving at all. Of course, like after hours, we'll see. Well, will that depend also on the market open and closing hours, but it doesn't seem to be exactly reflected. Let's see. Tesla also was looking, in fact, an early bounce. Still not. Tesla, I'm not going to be jumping in just now. Let's take a look at Ethereum. Ethereum has the same retracement here. In fact, it just barely touched my entry point. I did not enter on Ethereum, just so you guys know. And having this huge week, I mean, for me, that is a signal of maybe manipulation. Why? Look at this movement in here, right? I mean, yes, we have one up, one down, and then we have the movement, right? One up, one down, and then we have the movement, one up, one down, and then we have the movement, right? So basically, it's not telling you where are we going to be going to. Where it actually ended up telling you where we're going to was the flip of the ribbon and the price through that zero line. So let's see what we have right now. So we are below the zero line, but something interesting is that we're having a bullish heated divergence in here. Not only that, we just have a reversal here. So I would say that this retracement might not be precisely manipulation, but might be something like, I don't know, a big well maybe taking some profits and then causing a little bit of a snowball effect in here. I don't know for sure. I will need to start looking for the main reasons where the money is going to. But another thing that I will be looking at this point, it's going to be dominance. I want to see if there's any change on the dominance on Bitcoin dominance here. If to see if they start falling, which it doesn't, it really it stays on the same area. So that is telling me that that is somebody taking profits on Bitcoin mainly and creating a little bit of a snowball effect on the rest of the crypto markets. We're not seeing something as volatile as Nvidia being affected. But something interesting to look for or to look at, it is the compression of the cloud on the Bitcoin
Jeez.
dominance. Yeah, I mean this is just crazy, crazy. This is usually when what we see when we start getting a bull market. Like, let me go. What is it here? Monday, September 2024, something like Monday, September 2024. Let's compare that. Monday, September, well, September 2024. Yeah, absolutely. So that usually ends up being a big movement with some retracements. Uh, that means that retracement is not over, but we have not lost the dominance. So we're not seeing that surge of money going out of Bitcoin into the altcoins. So this might be just a quick movement, and I think that we're gonna have another positive week in here, maybe another green week, and then going for that support. That's what I got so far on these upcoming movements. Other than that, I want to revise the SPX. Right, SPX not doing is great. Nonetheless, nothing to worry about just now. Something that I want to point out is that we were looking at this trend line here, and this bounce, they actually played out very nicely. Not exactly, but there we go, close enough, right? And then the movement that I was then expecting is a retracement. The retracement was a little bit longer of what I was expecting. I was expecting a little bit more like this, more reactive, more pointy at the top. But it ended up being as before, like flat top, flat top, flat top retracement, right? And we're getting basically targets here. Something important to note is that we have a sell signal. What happened in the last sell signal? It was because we did not lose the dynamic reactor. It was a fake out. So I think the same thing could be happening here. The next localized area to look at is previous highs in here, which we are breaking or having a resistance at the moment. If we can make it through back above, I think we could keep going to the upside as we have flip of the ribbon. If we cannot make it through, and then we fail at this point on the trend line, I think we could be going farther back down and then start looking at previous areas of support. So this would be not good. I think we might be seeing right now volatility or starting on Monday, markets volatiles, right? Preparing for Tuesday voting scenario. So that's what I got on the
Wild.
rest. Yeah, I think this is gonna be a little bit wild. Might be Bitcoin just or not Bitcoin, crypto space going spearheading the dump, because when I mean remember guys, uh, Bitcoin is not even the size of Meta, right? So at the end of it all, this is a low player, a small player here in the big markets. So maybe big players are just risking off. But once again, I don't see the migration of the money going from Bitcoin to other altcoins. So that tells me that somebody taking profits out of Bitcoin. So that's what I see. Alex,
Yeesh.
yeah, do you have something else? I think that this movement it's needs to be.
Press sell. That's
Yes,
nasty, man.
it is, man. Jeez. Well, then we'll see. I do still have high hopes for another green candle. So I'm not checking out of my trades. I'm just gonna let them stop out if that is the case. That's where my stop loss is at. But other than that, I'll just sit back and hold. We'll see what happens. I think that we're gonna have another. Let me share here. Sorry. Well, I just mentioned it, right? I think we're gonna have another week to the upside here as soon as we have a cleanup here. Why? Because of the inverted goose head. Usually, with that inverted goose head, we usually have another kind of like a couple candles going the same way at least. So that's why I'm not that scared at this moment. But man, this is nasty. This is nasty.
Nasty, man.
Yeah. Hey guys.
Big dump. Big dump on Bitcoin.
Oh yeah. Guys, do you see anything else on the markets that you would like us to take a look at? At this point, I would say it's something above daily. So just to get red out of that last candle. So daily and up. Maybe that will be the case. Just to start looking at micro trends. One thing, Link, as always, perfect. Absolutely. Let's take a look at Link. There we go. Here's Link. All right, look at that. Same candle. Look at that. Ah, nasty. All right, so let's get started on
Disgusting.
daily. Yes, it is. And on daily, we have a clear picture, right? So as you can see right now, the current candle is meaning less at this point. The size of the movement, it is not as bad. It's not as meaningful. I mean, look at that, right? Look at that. So let's take a look at now what we could be doing at this point. I'll be using something like the trend regression. By the way, guys, if you don't like to use a trend regression, we have our channel detection. You can basically go over to your market dynamics. I have it right now on triangles, which by the way is looking beautiful as a triangle here, right? Perfect. But also, I'm not gonna be taking out the channel that we have here. And just to look at channels, you go to settings, go scroll down here to what is it, patterns, and then you can turn on channels. Make sure you turn off triangles so it doesn't make a mess. And then on channels you can change the size of the channel and then how many channels back in history you're going to be seeing. All right, at this point, since I already put it manually, we are going back for that support. So that's what I'm gonna be looking at this point. Maybe looking at a early goose head. I'm not trusting this goose head. It seems to me that it is below the 50% line. Yeah, it is below the 50% line. So this is not gonna be a meaningful goose head. Still, I will be looking for the flip of the rebound or the pass through or the breakthrough, right? Most likely entry or areas of entry. I'm gonna be going for this trend line. Let me just, do it a little bit more professionally, not as sloppy as now. All right, let's do it like that. Much better. All right, perfect. So my entry of areas will be 1092, 11, something around those ones. And then for the worst case scenario, which is we break through, I'm going to be looking at 962 for a retrace, re-enter, head switch. And off we go because most likely we are going to be below water right here on the oscillator. That's what I got on Daily Link. Let's just go to the 4 hour. Let's ignore this huge week and let's keep an eye on what's happening here. Again, I need a little bit more information on this candle. But other than that, I can start turning on my indicators. Well, we are in a big support area. We are below the zero line, which is not good, right? And then what else do I have? Do I have any other kind of support? Not really. You know what? Link not looking good, my friend. We went to swipe up the highs. Alex, do you think that we're gonna go for the swipe of the lows here? Maybe at 1062? Seems logical to me, but
Ooh, yeah.
yeah, it's
What goes
not
up
looking like
must
it.
come down.
Yeah,
Oh
I
man.
would say let's just wait for this candle to close, and then we'll see if we have a flip of the ribbon. If we have a flip of the ribbon, most likely we are gonna go for a for. Let me just clear this mess, please. Spaghetti is not playing on my favor today. Well, never, right? There we go, much better. So if we have an early flip of the ribbon, we have the heads up to have an early comeback, right? And if we have an early comeback, this is exactly what I'm expecting. So I further move to the upside, but we need to be careful with this possibility, a lower high. All right. So far, nothing is lost at this point. I would say, you know what? Stand by for this candle. It is something to worry about. It's not that serious. But the fast or how fast it had a retracement, that's what it worries me a little bit. Other than that, that's what I got on Link. So, Alex, do you have something else that you might be interesting to watch or any suggestions?
Get some popcorn, watch the dump. I mean, right now Yeah, like I would expect this thing to at least come and mitigate the lows now. Like this is a big dump. So are we gonna continue? Probably. It looks yeah, whenever like you get an aggressive dump like this, it's definitely a big washout, right? It's a washout. So it's 69,000 is very much on the play right now, right? That's kind of where I'm going to be looking for a potential bounce if we get it. The bounces can be good. You just got to be very, 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 very careful. Okay, very.
Absolutely.
Did I say very careful?
Oh man, I want
So
to update on my trade here right now underwater. Underwater, as I mentioned, I did not close it up or close it out. I did mention something. I said I'm not gonna be checking out of the trade, right, guys? Just something for the new alumni. This is not a game that you need to check out, right? Or check in, or or men in, or whatever. But hold OC, hold his yes. I'm taking with my nails, my friend. Right? I mean, if you see invalidation on your trade, close it. But at this one, I don't see that invalidation. So that's what I meant to not checking out. It is well, this is part of my analysis, right? That's why my stop loss is as big as it is right now. All right. So just looking at it, I'm still gonna be holding it. So when maybe I start looking for a closeout when we start losing this line, but that once again, that's why my stop loss is all the way down here, right? How is your super? Oh, good question. Let's take a look at super. Oh, I lost screen. Let me just bring it up.
super.
Yeah, soup. Super. Oh man, I love Super. It's not been playing nice with me lately, but I still love it. Let's take a look at it. All right, so what not playing nice with me? It is. Let's take a look at the 4 hour. It's just being in the same freaking range as always, right? So you'll say boring, right? But the thing is that I have not been paying attention because this is the thing. It's not that Super is not being playing nice with me. It's like I'm not being nice to Super because Super has been ranging for a long, long time. And I mean, ranging, come on, guys. I always have said this. I mean, if you can catch the top and the bottom, well, then you just keep doing it, right? And long here, short here, right? Long here, you get stopped out. Then you waited for everything as well. It close back inside. So long here, short here, long here, and once again, we're gonna be seeing what happens here, right? So just so you know, I haven't been taking any trades in Super. I'm holding since here, very long, far long here. I'm just about to get back in profits. So if I do see a break of these highs, my next area of support will be this area right here, right? I can very much see that. Let me just add here my VPVR. Let me just reduce or increase the amount of reduce the amount of profile bars here. Let's go for, I don't know, 15 maybe. It is going to be giving it, there we go. So the first areas where I see big raw volume are these two, right? Areas of ranging, these two. Areas of smart money, these two. So where do you guess I'm going to be trying to enter? Smart money areas, right? So this is once
Hmm.
again what I'm gonna be trying to jump back in on the 4 hours on Super if we lose this support. If not, already have been waiting for a long, long time here. I did got a couple of buys in here, but I ended up selling them somewhere around there. I don't even remember quietly exactly where did I enter and exit on this last two. So these ones are out of the picture. So I'm now going to be trying to not only protect this capital, but also add to the zones where I believe that could be important. But yeah, super at this point. Nothing to do, especially because of this big week that we're having, right? Right now. And hey, super is not looking that horrible. Are we bouncing back up on Bitcoin?
A little bit. a little bounce right now.
Let's take a look at mana.
We'll
Or
see. We
Nana.
came down to 69,000.
All right,
Grab
perfect.
that low.
Nice. Not losing my trend line. All right, that's good signal here. Look at that. Perfect. Not losing trend line. All
We'll
right,
see if
we
it
can
does
do it. We can do
bounce.
it. Come on. Oh man. By the way, after seeing this, I'm gonna be moving my stop to enter as soon as we're in green, or even closing the trade just for this candle. I'm gonna be watching for the next upcoming candle to see how it performs. And yes, absolutely, that is me right now, my friend. That is me. Short stopped a profit on link. Oh, short stopped a profits. Nice, nice. Nice. All right. So that's what I got so far, guys. It is 9:53. Let's cut today's class a little bit short. I need to prepare for the upcoming plus class. So, guys, I'm gonna be seeing you on the plus class. Maybe I'm talking with Piper. I want to open up a plus class for all of the alumni. I think it's gonna be important for you guys to have maybe one of the important classes just to start looking at things that are coming up. Also, let me do something here. Just one second, please.